What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How you guys doing today? Today is a beautiful day. Look at Ethereum. Ethereum is ripping now. Who's in here? Let me see. Matias. Olale. Is that how you say it? Jad, what's going on? Rain, what's up? Mod, what's going on? All-time high. Yes, sir. Love from India. Appreciate you tuning in. I am going to post up the link to the stream really quick. So give me a few seconds while I set this up, so that more people can tune in. Where is? Let me find the thumbnail that I used for this. All-time highs, baby. We celebrating today. I should have I feel like I should have some champagne or something, right? To celebrate. It's been a long 6 months since we've been here. Feels like forever, right? Let's see. Live streaming. Let's put the link. What's the link to this live stream? Let me see. Here it is. Answering questions and taking trades live. Here we go. All right, let's put it on Instagram. Let's put it on Twitter. Answering questions and taking live. All-time highs. All right, just a few seconds, guys. I am just posting the link up on my socials. All right, put it on Instagram. I put it on Twitter. Let me put it in my groups on my Discord. Let's see. Everyone. All right, put it on my Discord. Let's put it in Telegram, and that's it. It's on Telegram. All right, I think I got everything. I think I covered everybody. All right, let's see who's in here, who's in the chat. Let's see. Jerome, what's going on? All-time high, baby. Yes, sir. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Long time. We are definitely smashing it today. Love from Nigeria. Thank you for tuning in from Nigeria. That's amazing. We have Nigeria in the house. We have India in the house. Where's everybody from? I am doing amazing today. Thank you for asking. How far will Ethereum go? Ethereum has a potential to, if we zoom out here. So let's zoom out. Ethereum has a potential to break its previous all-time high, which is around 4,400. We're definitely going to break that. And then we're going to be in price discovery mode after that. So it's hard to say exactly where we would go after that, but we'll cover it a little bit today on today's live stream. We'll talk about it a little bit. Let's let some more people get in here, because I know a lot of people are going to ask the same question, and I don't want to cover it, 5 times, 10 times every time someone asks. So give it a little bit, and I will give you guys, we'll look at some predictions on how high both Bitcoin and Ethereum can go here. Tanzim, what's going on, man? Yeah, right now we're just in price discovery mode. So when it's in price discovery mode, you want to be sure that you're taking profits. You want to be, if you're in positions, you want to be trailing aggressively, right? And you want to, any new positions that you're opening, you want to use smaller risk on those positions, because we don't know what's going to happen, where this is going. This is all new for Bitcoin. So we're in price discovery mode right now. So it's just going to kind of bounce around. I would imagine that 70K would be the next major level for Bitcoin, because it's a big whole number. So that's what I would imagine. But we don't know what's that next big resistance is going to be. So just practice proper risk management on any day trades that you're currently taking. Let's see. Ola, to join the VIP. So because I don't have it set up yet, I need to get with a programmer to set up a way to take payments in crypto through Telegram. Until then, we only take payment in crypto on a minimum of 3 months. So if you want to join for 3 months, I'll take that payment in crypto. Because I don't have time to deal with the day-to-day, month-to-month, checking if people are paying or not. So we do a 3-month minimum. Yeah, Jad, I'm gonna cover a quick analysis on where we could possibly be going next here. Ray, you should always be taking profits, man. It depends. It depends if you're talking about your long-term positions or your short-term positions. Rivers, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Ray, I have a free Discord and a paid Discord. You can find the link to both of those in the description of this video. Michael, how you doing, man? Yeah, we'll cover we'll talk about altcoins as well. I know a lot of people are asking about altcoins, why why they haven't really been moving. India, nice. The Netherlands, still a good time to buy Litecoin. Yes, most definitely. Litecoin is only at like 200, right? I'm expecting Litecoin to go above 400 again. So, definitely. Shiba is, at the end of the day, Shiba is a meme coin, guys. You can't predict Shiba. You know, you can't predict what it's going to do next. For those reasons, I do not invest in it. But if you buy at the right time and you get lucky, you know, you can make money. I'm not saying don't do it, you know. It's just not my cup of tea. From Georgia. Awesome. I was just in Georgia 2 weeks ago. I was in Marietta. I have some friends that live out in Marietta. So I flew out to Atlanta and I spent a few days out in Marietta. How you doing, Erica? Do I think we're gonna drop to 60-62? I mean, it is a possibility. I don't know. There's no way to know if we're gonna drop because that's a pretty steep drop at this point. You know, if you're thinking that we're gonna drop that far, that would basically be, let's see, talking about if it goes down to 60,000, that would be a 10% drop. So I mean that is, if it goes back to 62, that's about a 7% drop. So in previous uptrends like we are right now, when Bitcoin goes parabolic, when they are pullbacks, usually they're between that 7 to 10% area. So I mean, it is a scenario that could definitely happen. Now whether or not it drops before continuing up to 70K, there's absolutely no way to know that. Roy, what's going on, Roy? Yo, Hayaku Des in the building. $5.11, 3/4 brown hair. What? Marco, how you doing, Marco? I'll take a look at Matic in a bit. What's going on, Paul? Well, Paul, if you just joined the group, what I would recommend, first off, start with the VIP onboarding channel. If you check out the VIP onboarding, I have like a 20-minute video where I go into detail on exactly how entries work, you know, how our calls work, how to understand them, and all that fun stuff. Then after you finish that video, I recommend going over to the resources channel and looking at the Bybit tutorials that we have in there. Also taking a look at, how we enter the live trading videos. We have some live trading videos. I believe they're in there. If they're not, let me know and I'll send you a link to them. And what else? Yeah, and we have a lot of different tutorials in that resources channel. So make sure to go through that entire channel. Once you go through that, it should answer all of your questions. If you have any other questions at that point, once you go through all that, just drop it in the crypto talk channel in the Discord VIP, and either myself or someone else in there will be able to answer it for you. So we have a lot of people in there. That's why we've built up this community, so that we can all help each other. So make sure to drop it in the crypto talk channel, any questions you have, because a lot of people have probably gone through the same exact thing that you're going through right now, and they'll be able to help you out. If not, once I see your question, I'll be able to answer it as well. either way, I'm going to be looking at possibly entering some trades while we're live here. So we're going to look at it, and I'll kind of walk through what it is I am doing as I do it, if we do take some live trades here. So I'm currently in some trades right now. So we'll see if we take on some new trades. I currently have some runners that have been running for a while. When I say a while, I mean like a couple days probably. Okay, Ola, can you send me a message on, let me see, what's the best way? The thing is that my Instagram messages, I have so many. I have like hundreds, like maybe thousands. I don't even know. I get a lot of messages, but if you send me a message right now, I'll try to remember to look at the messages so I can see it. But yeah, send me a message on Instagram and I'll take a look at it and then I'll send it to you there. Yeah, I mean they definitely have the potential. Now, you have to remember that Binance is the biggest exchange that there is. So I wouldn't say that the other exchanges are going to be the biggest exchange. They're not going to take over. They're probably not going to take over Binance as the biggest exchange that there is. But FTX has a lot of potential, I think, because they have commercials out. They have all these partnerships. They just the arena, the basketball arena where the Heat play here in South Florida. FTX bought the naming rights for their arena. So FTX is definitely, I would say, a good one. Just because they're putting a lot of money into marketing. They even have the GOAT himself, Tom Brady, in commercials, FTX commercials. All right, we got 34 people in here, guys. Make sure to smash the like button on this video. We're about to jump into into a quick analysis here on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that you know, I can cover it. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to start asking the same questions, but you know, I think I've given enough time. We've been live for about 20 minutes now. So let's go ahead and take a look here at Bitcoin. Now, I mean, obviously when we zoom out, you can see here, let's zoom out even more. You can see the start of this trend over here. So obviously we had that head and shoulders pattern that ended up to, you know, dropping us down all the way down to $28,000 back in, it bottomed out around July, the end of July, and that's when we started our run back up, and it's been one hell of a run. So you can see once we started this run up, that anytime we've had pullbacks, there are, you know, 12%, 8%, and then this one was in September. So this was just a month-long pullback. So I don't count this one. So I'm thinking that if we have any pullbacks while we're trending parabolic like we are right now, this move right here was pretty much parabolic as well. It was not as big as this move, but it was a parabolic move. So you'll see that anytime we had pullbacks, we had about 12% pullback there. We moved back up, and we have about an 8% pullback there. So that's why I'm saying during this run, the pullbacks will probably range between, you know, 7, 10%, maybe 12%. as we consolidate and continue up. Now, we're in these are new territories. We've never seen these prices, so that's what's called price discovery, right? It's price discovery because we've never been here. There's no history of the price being this high. So there's really no way to predict it. Remember, most of our predictions are usually based off of the past, based off of history. Because we've never been to where we're currently at now, there's really no history that we can use at this moment. So we just have to use kind of general guidelines. The most general guideline is, whole numbers. People love whole numbers. Bitcoin loves whole numbers. There's usually resistance at whole numbers. So numbers like 67,000, 68,000, 69,000, 70,000, especially 70,000. 70,000 is a big whole number. Look how many zeros that has. So people will probably look to be selling there. There's probably going to be sellers at 70. But I expect once we break above 70, we can probably just continue up to like 75 to 80,000 at that point. But then the next line in the sand before, we continue up is definitely 70,000. I think that here where we currently are, we could just grind through this until we get to 70. So don't be surprised if by the end of this week we hit 70,000. The biggest hurdle that we had was 65,000, which is what? It's a whole number, right? It's right in the middle between 60 and 70. So 65 was our biggest hurdle, and we just got the breakout today. Now, of course, what Bitcoin likes to do a lot of times is break out and retest before continuing up. So that's definitely a possibility here where we can retest back down at 65,000. In the event we do, I'm loading up on trades to take that bounce entry back up because this run is not over. So I would definitely expect something like that where we kind of go up, retest the previous all-time high just to confirm it as support and then continue higher, maybe test 70 at that point. Also keep in mind right now, we are definitely in oversold territory. Overbought territory here. As you guys can see in the RSI, Relative Strength Index, we're now above 70. Now, one thing to keep in mind with Bitcoin, it's not the traditional market. So these numbers are more for traditional markets between 30 and 70, right? So in traditional markets, if the RSI goes above 70, then it's considered overbought and exhausted. If it goes below 30, then it's considered oversold, right? Now in Bitcoin, I would say Bitcoin is probably more around 40. You have to change it a little bit between 40 to 80, maybe 40 to 90 in that range, maybe 45 and 90. Because if you look here, it very rarely goes all the way down here. This was in May. It took that huge drop in May for us to get over oversold over here. And then here, what you'll notice here, and I spoke about this in on Monday's video. You'll notice here, once we got to the overbought territory here, right, Bitcoin kept going up. But what the issue was at that point was that while Bitcoin was going up, the momentum was going down. So once we see that on the charts, then it's time to for sure be more careful and take profits, because that's divergence. And when you see divergence in the chart, eventually it's going to play out. So now that the divergence has cleared out, you can see that we clearly have the uptrend there. We clearly have the uptrend here. So right now, everything's perfect. The only thing is, yeah, we're a little bit overbought, but Bitcoin is known for going into overbought territories and continuing up anyways. But it's still, you want to be aware of of that currently in the market right now. So now when we're trying to look at, you know, trying to predict what prices we could go up to, I like to use the Fibonacci level as well. The not the retracement tool, the extension. So I use the Fibonacci extension tool, and I'll set it up real quick. So to use the Fibonacci extension tool, you want to start from where the trend started, right? So from the beginning of the trend, the beginning of the current trend that we're in was down here. This was the bottom. So from the bottom, you go all the way to the top of this initial move. And then you go all the way to wherever it retraced to, right? So go to the bottom of this pullback. You set that up there, and we now have some extensions. And again, this isn't perfect, but it gives you an idea of, you know, where we could possibly go next. So you'll see that once we lay out this extension, and I think I spoke about this on Friday's video last week, I'm not sure. You'll notice that Bitcoin respected most of these Fibonacci levels. Look at it right here. Look at that. Look at this right here. This is another Fibonacci level. Again, right here, another Fibonacci level. So it's respected all of these levels like a support and resistance area. So that gives us an idea. It's like, okay, so we can kind of use these numbers now, and it'll give us at least an idea of the next possible targets, you know? So you'll see that we just broke out right here. We broke out of this Fibonacci level. So what is the next Fibonacci level? It's this one right here, right? So that extension level is currently sitting at, it's around $72,000. So what that tells us is that our next price target, if we continue up, is going to be around that 72,000. Then after that, you can see the next level right here. That's 77,000. And then this level up here would take us all the way to around $86,000. So those, according to the Fibonacci extension levels, those are our next price targets as we continue with this bull run. Now, prices are not just going to be a straight line like that. I wish it was that easy. Like, look how easy this has been, right? This has basically been a straight line. Now, we should be expecting a pullback at some point. So that's something to keep in mind. I would expect a pullback. We could possibly retest 65 before continuing up. Or we could even, you know, retest lower levels, maybe 62 before continuing up. Maybe 60 before continuing up. Those are all possibilities, right? Bitcoin is not just going to go up this easily. So those are things to keep in mind. Don't go all in and YOLO on one leveraged trade, because, you know, it could work out, but it's not that easy, right? So you want to always be managing your risk so that if you're wrong, you can still, you know, just kind of close out the trade and look for a new entry. Let's take a look at and we see right now currently the prices here are 66,000 with the high, the new all-time high being 67,167. So that's currently the new all-time high. Notice is right by that 67,000 whole number, right? Let's take a look here at Ethereum. So now in Ethereum, we had this head and shoulders pattern here, right? We told you guys that once Bitcoin invalidated its head and shoulders pattern, the head and shoulders pattern in Ethereum did not matter anymore, because Ethereum for the most part is going to follow Bitcoin. So So it did not invalidate it yet at this point, but it didn't matter because Bitcoin had invalidated its head and shoulders pattern. So now it's different. Now with this new price here, with this new breakout, we've officially invalidated the head and shoulders pattern on the Ethereum chart. So that's definitely good. Next, we're over that big $4,000 whole number that we got rejected from last time. So that's also bullish here in Ethereum. Now, as long as we hold above 4,000, I'm expecting Ethereum to run here in, soon at some point. So you know the all-time highs up here is at 4,400. We're gonna break that pretty easily too, I would say, and probably break 5,000. Now remember on I had a post on Instagram. I did a video on this as well. Let me see, where is the post? So this is the Instagram post. These are the phases of Bitcoin, guys. Phases of Bitcoin. So phase 1 for Bitcoin is when flow of money moves into Bitcoin, causing the prices to surge. That's currently what's going on right now. Money is coming into Bitcoin. So let's swap back over to Bitcoin. Money is coming into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is taking off, right? That's phase 1. So we all understand that, right? Now, what else happens in phase 1? And this is what's important here. For a lot of people asking me about Ethereum, this is what's important here, okay? Money flows into Ethereum, but it struggles to keep up with Bitcoin. Ethereum goes back and forth with Bitcoin and starts outperforming it. So we haven't got to this second part here. Right now, we're at the part where money flows into Ethereum, but it struggles to keep up with Bitcoin. So if we look, let's see, let's take a look at the last 7 days. You'll see that Bitcoin is currently up in the last 7 days about 17%. Ethereum is up almost 17. It's around 16.5. Where they're very similar, right? So, but Ethereum's been struggling to keep up over the last week. Today, it's outperforming it, right? So today's the first time that it's outperforming it in a while. So I'm not going to say that we're in the phase where Ethereum goes back and forth with Bitcoin and starts outperforming it yet. If it outperforms it today and the next couple days, then I'll be like, okay, we're in this part of the phase, right? Now, the phase 2, and this is when Ethereum is going to take off and break its all-time high. Phase 2 is all about Ethereum. Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, and everybody starts talking about the flippening. What is the flippening? The flippening is Ethereum getting above Bitcoin in market cap, right? So if you look right now at market cap, Bitcoin is at 1.2 trillion, right? 1.2 trillion. Ethereum is almost at half a trillion, right? It's at 481 billion. So it still has a ways to go. You'll start hearing this soon. Once you start hearing this, we'll be in phase 2. We'll officially be in phase 2. So Ethereum will be outperforming Bitcoin while Bitcoin probably consolidates for a while. Ethereum is going to outperform it and just go crazy. That's a time where I think that Ethereum could double from its current price. So at that point, I see Ethereum going from where it currently is, which is it's at 4,000 right now, will break previous all-time highs and potentially, continue up higher to like 7,000, 8,000, maybe even $10,000. If we use our fib extension here in Ethereum to see what levels it gives us here, put it here. let's see the levels that it's giving us, right? So you see that the first level is this one right here, which is where we're currently at. Next price target is its all-time high. This is its all-time high. Next target after that, look at where this is at. This is basically 5,000. So that's the next target. So after we break the previous all-time high, the next target is $5,000, right? If we keep zooming out to see what the next targets are, you'll see it's 5,800, basically 6,000, 6,300, and around 7,200, right? So those are probably the levels that we can expect in Ethereum once we break that all-time high, once we get into phase 2. Those are the levels, those are my price targets basically once we get there, right? Let's see here. So now once we're in phase 2, you'll see that phase overlap, money is starting to trickle into large caps where we see large overlaps, buy-ups happening. So what are large caps? Is coins that are large in the market cap. Let me see, that have a big market cap. So large caps are all these coins, not Tether, but all these other coins here that are, you know, top 10, top 20, top 25 in market cap coins. So you'll see that money will start to go into those coins at that point. So and that's called phase 3, large caps. Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin and large caps are going parabolic. So that's basically the beginning of alt season. And then of course phase 4 is alt season, where just everything that's not Bitcoin is outperforming Bitcoin, right? So those are the 4 phases of the bull cycle when we're heading up, that you need to keep in mind. And right now we're in phase 1 of it. So just so that you guys to keep that in mind. So that's why when you're asking, you know, when is Ethereum going to run? When are altcoins going to run? When we get to that phase of this cycle. Right now, we're not there yet. So that's why they're not running. And you'll see today they're up. A lot of these coins are up today, but they're not really running yet. Like this is the first time in a while that the coins have been up. And you'll notice at the same time, Bitcoin dominance is down today. So when Bitcoin dominance is down, altcoins are usually up. Why do I get so many spam risk calls? Does anybody else get these calls all the time? Spam risk? I get like multiple of these every single day. We'll be over 100K by the new year. I hope so. Nobody knows BTC like Jay does. Thank you. Louis San, what's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. Young Tao, how you doing? Good seeing you in here. It has definitely been a while. Yeah, Cardano ADA is gonna pump soon. Once we get into that phase, it will most definitely start pumping. I'm not worried about that. All right, let's see. Andres says, is it true that with time, ETH is going to be bigger than Bitcoin? I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, it could happen, you know, but it's not. If it's something that happens, it's not going to be in the next year or two, right? it'll be maybe in 10, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. You know what I mean? It's not going to be in the next something that's going to happen soon. People have been talking about this since 2017 that you know, that Ethereum's going to flip Bitcoin, and it still hasn't happened. It's been 5 years already. So people will always be saying that. You know, I don't think it'll happen, but you never know in this market. If it does happen, it's not going to be anytime soon. Winston says, your videos have been amazing, bro. I'm making a lot of profits from them. Thanks a lot. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I'm glad that they help. I'm glad I could help you make some profits. Do I think the bull run's going to be over in Q1? I don't know. It might. We have to see what happens in these next 2 months, you know, going into November and December. I'm expecting it being very bullish going into November, December. Now coming into January. January's been known to be a bearish month. So if we look at January here, look at October. So remember, first of all, remember September. We were talking about back in August, I spoke about September, how September is the most bearish month for Bitcoin. Guess what, guys? We had another bearish September this year. Then I said, then in September, I said October and November are the most bullish months for Bitcoin. And look at how this month is going so far. I'm expecting probably next month to be sort of the same. And then potentially we could also be bullish in December. But December is kind of a 50-50 shot. You see, the last 8 years, 4 have been bullish, 4 have been bearish. So December, it's a 50-50 shot. Then come January, you see this year it was bullish, right? But this year, this is what basically was the start of the bull run. In 2020, it was bullish. In 2018, it was bearish, right? So 2018 after 2017, this is 2017, our last bull run. We had October, November, and December. They were all green, all bullish. Then January, it was red, right? So we have to, come January, we have to be a little bit careful in case that it is the end. We don't know if that will be the end or not. We have to see. You know, we can't tell that far ahead, but we'll see once we get there. And if you guys are keeping up with my videos on the YouTube channel, obviously I will be talking about this and covering this as we get closer to that time, to that period. Remember, I posted this as well. I posted this in September. This is where we were. And I showed you guys September 2020 when we were in the same spot. When we took off, we were down and we took off, guys. So it played out exactly like last year. It's crazy, right? All right, guys, if you guys are enjoying this live stream right now, make sure to smash the like button on the video. It helps us out a ton. We're pulling up, this is Bybit here. Bybit is what we use to trade. This is what we watch Bitcoin on. You'll see that we're always watching Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's see here. What altcoins? I think I heard someone asked about ADA. You can see ADA kind of where it's at right now. It's just been consolidating, and this is gonna look like this for most altcoins. They've just been consolidating. Once we break above this level, which is around 232, it looks like. If you want to play a little bit safer than above 250, because there's been a lot of fake outs, then we should see, at that point, we should see a retest of this previous all-time high, I would say. Let's move this to its current high. Hold on, I can't see because of this. There we go. Lock this back up. BNB's in a very similar place, just been consolidating. I fully expect it to retest previous all-time highs. DOT is on the brink of a breakout here. Let me update this. Over here, it's crazy that if you look over here, I predicted this move. So I had said if once we get a breakout here, that this would be the target, and it went exactly to the target. That's wild. Let me get rid of all this. So right now, there's no new trades to currently open right now. Trades that I'm watching is Ethereum either back at 4,000 or Ethereum retesting. Trying to break out again at 4,100. So consolidation. Kind of bottomed out down here around $10. That's a crazy move. If you caught that bottom over here, so where it's at now, that's a 300% move. Wild move, guys. Consolidation. I definitely expect DOT here to retest its previous all-time high. It's going to be around $50. And Litecoin, you guys already know I'm a big fan of Litecoin, and I've been talking about Litecoin for a while. Look at Litecoin. Look at what this chart looks like. It's bottomed out basically, right? It hasn't really made the move up. Today's been its biggest move, but it hasn't really moved. So if you guys are looking for something to double up your money in, Litecoin is a good one to buy. I'm big on Litecoin. Remember last time I said this when we were back here too. I called this same thing. I said Litecoin is going to go back to 400, 420. We went all the way back to 420. So I'm expecting the same thing. It's going to go back up, guys. Litecoin, there's your opportunity again. Litecoin is going to go back up here. It will go back. Don't miss your opportunity here to buy Litecoin at 200 and double up your money. Minimum. Double it up minimum. So decide what's a good amount you would like to double up. Put it in Litecoin. Matic, after that huge run up, it of course with the rest of the market had a huge drop down. See how bad was this drop? 78% drop. This is why we tell you guys, do not live and die by altcoins, because they drop a lot harder than Bitcoin drops. So you gotta know when to get out. Right now is a good time to get in though. Right now, this is where we're at. We're testing this resistance here. Next levels, next price targets are 180, $2, 220, and then this previous all-time high back up here around 280. I definitely expect it to get back to its previous all-time high, probably at $3. So you could probably, this is probably another project you could potentially double up your money on. XRP, I fully expect XRP to make a run again, get back to the $2 area, and get back to really its all-time high. Now, the issue with XRP that makes it different than a lot of the other projects, see, its previous all-time high is way up here. What makes XRP different than its other projects is that, let me see, is that XRP is in a court case against the SEC. So that makes things a little more complicated. Let's change the color on this one. So it makes it a little more complicated there, right? Now, do I think they're going to win the case? I don't know if they're going to win, but they're definitely going to, at worst, settle. And I think a settlement is a win for XRP. And at that point, prices should rocket. So that's the only thing that's holding XRP back. You know, that's why it hasn't been able to really take off like it's wanted to. But there's a potential there for it to double up easily from here. Will BTC reach 67K again? Yeah, for sure. We're right there. Where are we at right now? Yeah, we're at 66,289. 67 is literally right there. Francisco, yeah, it's definitely a good strategy to move money into Ethereum and altcoins. You know, once you start noticing that Ethereum is consistently outperforming Bitcoin. So it's definitely a good plan to move some. Now, you always want to keep money in Bitcoin until, you know, at least until the end of the entire cycle, bull market cycle. But you can definitely transfer over some of those funds into Ethereum. I would not be upset with that. I think that's a good idea. Leo, what's going on, Leo? Next few hours, I don't know. Like, I mean, that's very difficult to make predictions like that. Where if I had to predict something, is that we would stay probably in this range that we're in. Consolidating a bit. This was a huge move right here. Right? So probably consolidate. We can potentially consolidate like this. We could potentially consolidate like this, kind of where we're doing something like that. You know, there's a lot of different things that could happen right here. We can even have something where we retest 65K. So probably consolidation is what I would say. Send a message on IG. All right, awesome. Tesla earning call. I don't know. I have no idea. I like Tesla. I'm invested in it, but earnings calls can go either way. It depends what the market is looking for. Sometimes they're looking for very precise numbers. There's been a chip shortage with which I think held back Tesla, but I think they still outperformed estimates. So we'll see what happens. If they do beat estimates, we could potentially see Tesla going over 900. If it goes over 900, then we could it'll probably test $1,000 in the coming days or weeks, because Tesla moves very similar to Bitcoin. It likes those big whole numbers. So we could potentially get back here where we were. This was back in January. I don't know if that was before or after the split. I don't know, because I thought that we were already at highs, new highs in Tesla. But I'm not sure, because the split makes it confusing. Was a split back here? I think this might have been the split. Let me see. It might have been the split, but I'm not sure. But yeah, if they beat and we break above $900, then the next target here is gonna be $1,000 for Tesla. And if it breaks 1,000, it's just gonna keep going. So, yeah, I'm invested in Tesla long term. I don't trade it, so I'm just holding. Shiba, like I always say, guys, I don't trade Shiba. I'm not invested in Shiba. I could take a look at it. I guess just click this one. Where's the one that I had? I feel like I used a different one before. Coinbase? No. Binance? Yeah, so I think I used Coinbase before. I mean, Binance. Taking a look here, we had the big run up. And remember, I did a video on Shiba and I spoke about this consolidation, this trace back, right? So if we look at it now, you'll see that it's forming this triangle here. So it is forming higher lows. This is basically a bull flag here. This is a bullish pattern. So we can definitely expect a continuation up at some point. Now, how high is it gonna run? We can take a guesstimate at it, right? If you measure that and we move it to the potential breakout area, it actually lines up almost perfectly with this Fibonacci extension pattern right here. So that would be my guesstimate as it continues up. Now, how much of a move is that? From here to the potential right there, that's about a 51% move. So, I mean, that doesn't even feel like a lot for Shiba, right? So that would be the target on a breakout if we break out above here. So if we get that breakout, that's at least the first target, right? We do have another Fibonacci level here, which is basically the retest of its previous all-time high. But yeah, I'm expecting probably a 51% move as a first target, and then it could continue up higher after that. You know, it could go up to here. This is a 68% move. The next Fibonacci extension target will be up here, and this would be over 100% move at that point. So I'm not saying it's going to go 100%, but it's a possibility. That's one of the targets. Again, I'm not invested in Shiba. Meme coins are just hard to predict. They don't really follow technicals, so I just kind of tend to stay away from them. And if I do invest anything, it's usually really small. Marco, when Ethereum is consistently outperforming Bitcoin day to day. So you'll see today's the first time that we see Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts to just consolidate and Ethereum continues up and starts just outperforming it for the next week or so, I would say even if we get a breakout, probably I would say if we get a breakout above all-time high for Ethereum, at that point it's probably going to be outperforming, and you could shift some funds into it, right? Even right now, honestly, because Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin, right? So for Bitcoin to go up 100% at this point, has to go from 66 to $120,000, right? For Ethereum to double up your money right now, it just has to go from 4,000 to 8,000. 8,000 is our target for Ethereum during this run. So it's up to you. You could definitely start shifting some money into Ethereum, but always keep some money in Bitcoin as well. You don't want to shift everything into Ethereum. No problem, Francisco. No problem, Stockwall. Richard, I honestly have not looked at Batcoin probably since 2017. So I don't even know what's going on in that. I haven't kept up with it at all. But I'll take a look at the chart and see if I see anything. It looks like the majority of the other coins right now. We had the big run up, the big drop off, just like everything else, and consolidation, really. Kind of a bottom out right here, some consolidation, move up, move down during September, and then now a move back up, consolidation, until we get into the phase where money starts flowing from Bitcoin into altcoins. It'll kind of be in this consolidation period. Once that we do get into that phase, that's phase 3, phase 4. I expect this to go back up to its previous all-time highs. He sold his Bitcoin to buy Shiba. Well, when? The thing is, when did he do that? You know what I mean? If he did it before the pump, the Shiba pump, then he did over 300% return. If he did it after, then he messed up. That's why you don't buy coins after they run up. You want to buy coins like this when they're down here. You want to buy them on the bottom. You don't want to buy them when they're up here, because what happens when they're up here? They go down. So you want to buy low, sell high. You don't want to buy high, sell low, because then you're just playing backwards. Is he a Crypto Face? Is he a YouTuber? I think I've heard of him. Is he like a guy with long hair that wears glasses or something? That wears like covers his face or something? I think I've seen him before. No problem, Marco. Alrighty, guys, it is 1:30. I am starving. Need to order some food, or I'm probably going to go get some food. We've been streaming now for over an hour. No trade setups came, so that's why we didn't take any trades. There's just no trades to take right now at the moment. For those of you that have stayed here this long, I'm going to give you the trade setups that we're currently watching. So in Bitcoin, the main trade setup that we're watching right now is for a pullback to 65K. At 65K, we're looking to take a bounce entry there. So we would, take it an entry right there. If we go higher, above 67, you can play it with a very, very low risk. I would say 1%, maybe less. If not, you can play above its previous high, which is 67,167. It's a little bit of a safer play there because there's usually more momentum when you break above the high of the day and, of course, the all-time high. You could possibly play 68 the same way. I wouldn't be playing 69, but I am looking to play above 70. So basically right now, 67, 68, and 70 are the two I'm looking for. If we go higher, if we come back down, I'm looking at 65 and 62. In Ethereum, 4,000 is the main level we want here. I have trades that I've opened up at 4,000 and I might let run. Like I've taken some profits on them, but ideally, like honestly, I would love to just let my Ethereum trades run to the sky, right? So you can day trade and you can also swing trade. So I think the $4,000 entry is a potential swing trade where you can hold it till previous all-time highs. So I'm holding on that one. I've taken some profits, but I'm holding for the most part. Now, if you didn't enter anything yet, or if you've taken profits, look to re-enter at 4,000 down here. If we go up higher, you can look to enter on a break above 4,100. All right, and that's pretty much it. Those are the current trades that I'm watching at the moment in Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. One zero away from making you a millionaire. Alrighty, guys. That's it for today's live stream. I will be dropping a video today. It's on I'm taking a live trade on Bybit mobile. So I know we had some people asking me about it, so I will be taking a live trade there. We will continue watching the charts here. I will continue updating you guys. We'll have some sort of update tomorrow as well. So that's pretty much it for now. I'll keep you guys updated on Instagram as well, of course. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button on it. Leave a comment. If you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. As always, guys, peace and love.